Morning, good morning. Today I thought I would share with you what I do for recovery, whether that's recovery from a big day on the bike, a big week or even a big month on the bike. So this morning I'm just out for a very just steady spin, maybe an hour or so. So I'm just going to head out to my favourite local climb. Even my recovery has got climbs in because I just love them. Right, I'm at the top of the hill now, and yeah, let's talk about recovery. So I think recovery is going to be slightly different for everybody, and for me, because I do ride a lot of hills, I like to recover on the hills as well. I just don't go as hard up them. I just kind of take it at a steady pace. So today's only going to be like just over an hour maybe. I guess riding wise, for me, last week in Ireland, in Northern Ireland, was like my recovery. Also, I should mention, I said on one of the days, it's only going to be like 95k, which is going to be a steady day. And a few of you said, I wish I thought 95 was a steady day. And I'm really sorry if that came across as me being a dick. I didn't mean it to be a dick. I just mean for me that because I've been doing longer distances, I guess 95k to me now is a little bit steadier. So apologies if I came across as a dick. I don't mean to. Those days in Ireland, because there was no efforts, it was just steady riding. For me, that was like recovery riding. And so, yeah, I'm going to get back into a little bit of training. But before I do that, I'm going to take you back home and share some of the other stuff that I do recovery-wise, I guess. Because I think for me, like, I don't necessarily do anything specific recovery. This is what I kind of do all the time. But I guess I do it more so when I have felt a little bit fatigued. Oh, look at this place. Even in recovery, I bloody love getting out of my bike though. I'll tell you that. Sometimes it doesn't feel as easy, but I still love getting out. And it's really early in the morning and there's no bugger about. It's just how I like it. Okay, let's go. Recovery also means playing a little bit of One Direction. So let's get on to the food. So for breakfast, I'm having a banana smoothie. I'll either have banana smoothie or porridge. This morning I actually had both. So I'm just adding in 2 pods of fresh spirulina, some cinnamon, and a little bit of sugar and water. And then that was my first breakfast actually. I know a lot of people ask me about the spirulina. So basically, I have the spirulina. Basically, it's just an algae, and it is just like a really good form of getting absorbable iron back into my body, back into my blood, because as cyclists, we do have high iron requirements. So yeah, it's naturally absorbable iron, and also helps reduce inflammation. So that's a really good thing if you are doing a lot of exercise and you want to recover faster, and that's why I use it. So basically, I tried it 2 years ago and really liked it, and then ever since then I've just been having it, and then I've recently become an ambassador for them. So, and what I really like about it, the actual company, it's called Pure Foods, is basically just one guy. This guy's got a full-time job as well, and he just kind of does this on the side just because he really believes in the product, really loves it, and I'm a big fan of it as well. So I will leave some links and stuff below if you are interested in having a look at that. That is breakfast. What I eat like in recovery from like rides is exactly the same as what I would eat every single day of the year. So for me, that is mainly whole plant foods, all vegan. And yeah, my breakfast every day of the year pretty much is either going to be a banana smoothie, it's going to be banana and ice cream, which is just blended up frozen bananas, or porridge with loads of fruit on. So for me, I find that fruit is the best thing for recovery just because it's so easy and simple to digest, and I just feel the best on it. So that is what I have day to day. I guess the only other thing that I do have is I would probably have extra spirulina, but I guess I would be doing that in the run up to something like a big event anyway. But then post, I will definitely try and up it a little bit just to kind of just replenish the iron stores that might have been depleted when I've been doing a lot of effort. I'm going to have my breakfast now before it gets cold, and then I'll come back in a bit to show you the rest of my rest of my recovery, which is actually stretching. So I want to add in as well with the spirulina. Basically, I got onto it about 2 years ago, and I've been having it on and off ever since. Disclaimer, they did send it me to try out, like 2 years ago. And I'll leave a link to it below if you want to go and have a look. Because it was Ash Beach that got me onto it. He did all these, like, he really went deep onto, like, basically blood doping. So it was basically building your blood naturally to help you get fitter and recover faster. And yeah, he did all these experiments on himself, all these blood tests, and he found that the fresh spirulina was the best way of improving your blood. So I was like, right, I've got to try that. And I've done blood tests as well, and I think it's good. And I think for me, it's the only kind of supplement, I guess, that I take. And I wouldn't even really call it a supplement because it is a food, because I am totally against like all these crazy powders and shakes and teas and like all this weird stuff. So for me, like for performance and recovery, I guess my way of thinking of it and approaching it is just eating like as many kind of whole, pure, like fresh plant food as I can, because I just feel the best on them, and that's the way that I perform the best. And now we get on to the stretching and the rolling. So you got to get a foam roller. They are painful pieces of equipment, but they are essential. So I'm just rolling my ITB, I'm rolling my glutes there. My quads were actually quite painful. You can see them on my face. I'm like, ow, that hurts. But honestly, once you've done it, you just feel so much better. Your legs feel a lot, just a lot looser. Just because you've been massaging the muscles, basically. And then now I get onto the old yoga. I am not a graceful yogi or like yoga person, but I do it because it does make me feel so much better. I've started actually doing it once a day. Actually on this day I actually did it twice, so this was the morning and then I did it again in the afternoon. Getting into some crazy poses. This is a really good one. I think this is called dead pigeon. You don't need to go to somewhere to do it. You can find loads of stuff free on YouTube. And here I am, I'm doing it again in the afternoon, so I was like, it felt so much better, and so I was like, I just need to up it and do a little bit more of it. It is so good though. Honestly, you gotta get a foam roller. It looks weird, but it's helpful. So yeah, I did another foam rolling session and another yoga session. So one in the morning and one in the afternoon. Also, one other thing that you have to do for recovery, and that is eat your meals in bed and watch films or TV programs. I'm currently watching The Wizard of Oz. It is honestly one of my favourite films. Actually, very quickly, as a kid, I wrote to Jim will Fix It because I wanted to try on the ruby slippers. I was obsessed with this film as a kid, so yeah. Oh, this is one of my favourite bits. She's going to meet Scarecrow. I love how her and Scarecrow are just the best of friends. I love the Scarecrow the best. Alright, as a kid, were those moving trees not the scariest thing you've ever seen in your life? They terrified me. I still don't like them now, if I'm honest.
I think I'll miss you most of all.
I swear that's the bit that I must have watched this film like hundreds of times, and that is the bit that always makes me cry, which is like, Scarecrow, I think I'll miss you most of all. I don't know why. If you've not noticed already, I am such a softie. But it's okay, because it turns out that Scarecrow is actually her uncle, so that's okay. Ah! My favourite knife. What happened?